Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess. Today we're decorating my Happy Planner monthly layout that I use for social media for the month of November. And I'm going to use Seasonal Love from Live Love Posh. I've actually already used some of the stickers in this set for a currently page, and I'm trying to think if you've seen that yet. I don't think that you have, but that's why some of the stickers are missing in this set. So we are just jumping right in. I'm going to put this giant corner floral down here at the bottom. This is like one of my favorite layouts to decorate, especially the way that I use it for social media. I feel like there is enough space in here for all the function that I need, and enough, room for a ton of decor. And so I really, really like this one. It's really functional for me, and I get to be really creative with it too. So I think I want this one. Should we have it kind of go across the spine? I think that might be fun. So just gonna put this like right here. We're gonna cover up that punch a little bit, so I'm gonna have to get my We Are Memory Keepers punch out and like re-punch those holes. But can do that later. I will likely forget. I always forget to do that on camera, but I am going to need to punch that so I can get it back into my planner. Okay, so let's see. I like to always kind of get something on the page first. It makes me feel a little better when we're not looking at a blank page. But let's put our header boxes in for our habit trackers, and then I'm going to kind of change the titles of these. So we'll go to our like functional boxes here, and let's take these 3 header boxes and we'll put them here so that we can label our habit trackers. And the habit trackers that I use are the habits that I track. Each month I track answering comments, I track posting on Instagram, and that I am using my planners. The planner one, I might change this one for the month of November and kind of like going forward, just because I feel like, I don't know, that's something that I do try and do every time, like every day. But I don't know, I need to come up with something else to track. I also want to relabel these, but before I put this down, I'm trying to decide if I want to use washi. So in this sticker book, we do have a page of washi, and I want to use it. Let's definitely put some across here, and then we'll either do it here or like at the bottom of the page. These I used in that currently page, so I took them out and they're kind of just like loose in here. So I think one of them fell on the floor. Yeah, we lost these guys. We'll just tuck them back in. Tuck them back in here. Okay, so I was saying I want to put washi here and then either here or maybe in both spots, but let's decide which one we want to use. I'm kind of thinking this like green. I wanted something solid, and I think that this is going to be really pretty. So let's put this here, kind of starting at like where this box is and going across, and we'll bring it all the way to the edge of the page. You can see when I flip this over, I have already dated this or put numbers on these boxes and colored in these circles. This was something that I used to do on camera, but I've found that these videos tend to take a long time, and so I started doing this before the video, like off camera, and then not really decorating these pages anymore, just because I use them like completely functionally and need to make a lot of lists in here. So that's why you can see colors. These are just like plain pages. They don't have numbers on them or anything when they come from Happy Planner. Okay, so we have that, and do we want to put it down here or up here? I think I want it up here. So I'm going to start it right up against this like line here, and actually let's just pull the other one out. And we'll put this right here. That's going to give me kind of a nice base for this section. And again, I think I'm going to go, should we go all the way to the edge of the page, or should I stop it here? I think we'll stop it here, like where those lines are. So I'm just going to take my craft knife and cut here. So if you've started thinking about your 2026 planner lineup, I'm curious to know how many people are using this layout, and if you are planning to use this layout in 2026. I definitely am. This will for sure be in my planner lineup next year because I do love this layout. So we'll put priorities there, and then on this side, I guess we can use maybe important, and I'm going to just use that same color over here. And I'm going to use this list for all of the releases that are happening for brands that I work with throughout the month of November. And then over here is just going to be other important things that are happening throughout the month that I need to pay attention to. Next, let's use these fun letters and numbers, and I think we'll do like 1, 2, 3 with these big numbers, and then over here for November we can spell out like abbreviated NOV with these numbers just so that we kind of have them balanced on each side of the page. So how about we use like the other 3 colors besides this like dark one to list out 1, 2, 3. Now, do I want to do them in that same order? Or do I want to kind of flip-flop the order of them? I think we'll do it in the same order. Is that weird? Will that be too like matchy-matchy? No, it's probably not really even going to be noticeable. Like if I didn't say anything, I don't know, would anybody have noticed that I'm like doing them in the same order? Probably not. And I'm going to kind of center these numbers. We're going to have to take my white pen and like cover that up. But I feel like it looks better when it's sort of centered a little bit. So we'll have 1, 2, 3 here. And then let's use my white pen so this doesn't look all crazy. Okay, and then let's do November abbreviated over on that side. And I'll put the O in the middle, then N and V. Okay, really fun. Let's get some dot stickers here to cover up these bullets. So in this sticker book, we do have dot stickers. What color do we want to use, or do we want to alternate? We could alternate like these 3 colors, or we could stick with one color. I usually stick with one color, but since I've been kind of alternating these 3 colors everywhere else, let's go ahead and do that here. So I'm just going to cover these up, alternating that like gold color, the green color, and this like peachy color. All right, this is making me happy already. Now, the last bit of function that I'm going to add in here, we're going to put, actually, we're going to do 3 boxes on this side. Normally, I do 2 for Zooms, but I did recently join Planning with Bumble's Patreon, and so I want to have an extra box over here. And then we do 5 boxes on this side of the page, kind of like mixed between up here in this section and down here, just depending on how much I decorate. So we're going to need, so a total of 8 boxes, and I'm going to kind of mix in these like decorative ones and the plain ones. Like I said, I have already used this for a currently page, so I did already use some of these stickers. Over here, we do have this, this like cluster of 3. Might be able to use that on this side. I don't think it's going to fit here because I put this sticker, but I think I want to use this one. And let's take this other little header box. This might just be to title it Zoom. I don't think that this is going to count as one of my 3 boxes. And then, so I need 2 more. And do I want to take another one of these plain boxes. I might need to because I think that most of these are going to be kind of too big for this space. So let's go in with, oh, I already have one that color. Let's go in with this one. And I guess we could do that like light pink color. This one. Now let's see if we can get all of this to fit over here. It might be kind of a tight fit. I think we can do like some layering. Yeah, that's really pretty. So let's put this down right here. And then we'll layer this on top like that. And then we can do this box here. Maybe we won't pull this one in unless I kind of layer it here. I don't know how much I like that though. Okay, I think I'm gonna put this one back. Now for this side, we can definitely use a couple of those different clusters. So I want to bring this one in because we have it on that side of the page. So I think that it'll look good to have it kind of balanced over on this side. And then let's take this like larger cluster. And oh, we have this box that I like too. I can do this one. And then, okay, good. We do have one in this color. So do we have too many boxes now? Yeah, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But again, I can use this one, I think, just like to title as like kind of a header. Should we do it this way? I don't know, that feels upside down to me. I don't think that there really is a direction for these, but it does kind of feel upside down. All right, where do I want to put all these stickers? I think before we put all these boxes down, let's decide what like other decorative items we want to include because we don't really have any decorative stickers aside from those two. And we have this like Thanksgiving dinner table. I think that that's kind of cool. So let's bring this in. Maybe like right here. Okay, and then this is pretty big, so I think I'm gonna need to put this down next. So let's do that right here. That's gonna kind of cover up that jot it down. Just gonna trim the white part that's going over the page a little bit there. All right, let's go back to our decorative stickers. Oh, we have Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. Let's take this. And how about we put it here and can we like layer a box with it? I think that that'll work. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this box right here. And then we'll layer this quote. Okay, I think that that's cute. I think if we're gonna use this green box, it's gonna kind of have to go over here. There's like a lot of green happening on this side. And actually, I wonder if I should use like one of these red color boxes instead up there. So let's take this one out instead. And I think we'll put this down here. Yeah, I think that this could look cool, like layered over here. So hopefully these stickers will cooperate and we're going to lift them. Oh man, I ripped it. Okay, and then let's lift this. The stickers actually are lifting off the page really nicely. I only ripped it because I just wasn't paying attention when I was lifting it up, and didn't pay attention to kind of the way that the sticker was cut. So that was my bad. Let's put this here. Yeah, I think that that looks pretty. I like it. And then we still have, like, we have this represented on both sides. Okay, looks cool. But now I'm wondering if this should go over here, because we have like all the boxes right here in this like section. So yeah, I think that I want to move that. And then we can stick like pumpkins right here. Let's move it. And this time I'm gonna try and pay better attention to how the sticker is cut so that I don't rip it. Okay. And I'm gonna put this kind of like close to that table, and then we can even stick something like on top of that box. Okay, now we have these pumpkins that I think would look nice right here. Oh, we have all of these really fun things that we could use to kind of layer with the boxes. I might want to do that. So first let's trim this and let's get this down, and then I'm gonna go back and take a look at these little guys. And I think that they would look really fun kind of behind some of these boxes. So maybe let's take one and put it like over here. Is this the page, the only page that has them? Yeah, so we have these like 8 to choose from. They're 4 different patterns. And let's see, I think this pattern might be the best to go over there. Let's take this. Oh, we still have this whole section too that we haven't done anything down here. How would that look behind there? Having a hard time visualizing to see if I'm gonna like that. I don't know if I'm gonna like that. So let's put that back for now. Since this side is almost done, let's add in a couple more things up here, and then we will move over to the left side. So we have a bunch of like fun little like wine bottles and grapes and things that we can put up here. I think that that would be fun, not necessarily resting them on the box, or we could rest it on the box. Like if we take this wine bottle, let's just trim that white part off the bottom. Is that gonna be, oh yeah, it's not gonna fit. So now, just so it doesn't look so weird, I'm gonna cut kind of the white off like all around it. And how would that look like right here? You can put that right there. I don't hate that. And how about we add some grapes to it? So I'm gonna cut kind of on an angle. And I think I want to trim that white off because it's going to be going over the box. So just going to cut a little bit of this white off. Okay, cute. Now for up here, I need something that's like not going to be too tall. We have some like pomegranate. I have like a fork and knife. That's kind of cute. And this wine glass might be short enough. Yeah. So let's trim here. And we can do that little wine glass. And how about some grapes? We can do like the green grapes this time. And since this is just going to be going on like the white background, I'm not going to trim the white off of that one. All right, I like it. I think that it is coming out super cute. This side I think is done. Let's add some decorative stuff here and here. So need something that is going to fit in this space. We have these like wine bottles. It's a little small for this area. Usually I put something that's a little bit bigger. But I think that we can make it work. I'm gonna just trim here to make it flat. We'll rest it on this box, and then we could maybe add like some grapes or some of these like berries. So I'll take those and some grapes, maybe even this one, just to sort of fill in some of the space over here. And trim. I feel like these are too similar looking, right? So I need something that looks a little bit different to go there. Maybe like a little pumpkin, or even one of these florals could work. I have this, this cut floral that I actually used in the currently page that I mentioned. So we can maybe use this over here. Let's put this right here. Okay, I like it. And for this section down here at the bottom, kind of feel like I want to add more floral because we have a really big floral over here. We have pumpkins on both sides, but we don't really have much floral over here other than that little tiny piece that I just added. So I'm thinking of like kind of a one that we can put in the corner up here. And while we don't have like a corner floral, I can take this one and kind of turn it into a corner. I can just cut it at like a right angle. So first let's clean all of these sticker bits off of my scissors. Okay, and then let's cut here. And then we'll cut here. And now we have a corner floral. Okay, I like it. And now we can kind of fill in down here. I could take this like place setting and maybe some pumpkins. What if we layer this somehow? I feel like that's kind of cute. Let's see if we like any of the other patterns better, but I think, oh, this one I think will be prettier. This like floral pattern. Yeah, that's pretty. So let's put that down and then we'll kind of layer this on top. All right, I like that. And in the back of this book, we do have a page of quotes, and there is a Happy Thanksgiving here. So let's take this. I mean, I know that I'm going to be using this for the entire month, not just for Thanksgiving, but I think that we can still put a Happy Thanksgiving quote in there. And something along the bottom, we could do this washi, or we could just take like pumpkins and florals and kind of line the bottom. I think I like that idea. So let's just take some of the florals, and I also want to get some pumpkins too. Okay, and I think we're going to start with the pumpkin here since we have those florals like right above. It'll look better to have a pumpkin right here. And then let's go with these florals and then these. And then we'll trim. So I haven't done the monthly yet for my social media planner. I am actually filming this really early. It's still like, I don't know, it's the 23rd, I think. And normally I don't film my social media like monthly layout until like right before the month starts. But I had already used this set, like I said, for that currently page and was kind of itching to use it again. And so I wanted to get this one filmed and ready to go. All right, so we have a bunch of these little bits and I'm kind of thinking we can put this one like right here. All right, I think this is done and I love how it turned out. This is so pretty and really happy with it. So I think we're done with these pages. Now let's move on to the next set of pages that we're going to decorate. So in this monthly layout, you have this kind of like dashboard section, and then you have these daily pages, which I mentioned we are not going to decorate, but this is just kind of what they look like. You have a spot for each day, so for each day of the month. And I use it just to write in all the things that I need to get done that day for social media. And then at the very end, you have these lined pages, just blank, plain lined pages. And I use these as like forward-looking pages for just ideas that I have for my channel going forward. And to decorate this one, we're going to use Chic Fall. There are some like jewel tone giant florals in here. These ones, they're so pretty. And I think that they'd be really fun to kind of like line the outside and to use. And then I'll bring in some like Mojo Jojo jewel tone boxes. So let me go grab that sticker book. All right, so I have 2 copies of jewel tone boxes. I also have the box set, the functional box set that Jojo recently came out with. So, but I think we'll use these first. And in this book, there are like a ton of colors that will match. We can use this kind of like wine color. And then there's this, like this color, I think that will look really nice. I don't know if we have like a pink, but yeah, I don't think that we have like pink in this set, but I think we'll just use like those 2 colors and that will be, that'll be good. So I guess I need to decide if I want to kind of like line the border or if we just want to take these like ginormous florals and kind of put them on the page and sort of like layer boxes with them. I think that that is going to be the plan. So let's see, do I have any of the larger boxes in this one yet in these colors that I want to use? I might not. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go with this copy. And let's do this color. Uh-oh, do I not have any of the boxes in this one either? Oh, I do. Okay, so we'll take this sticker. And I used to kind of like categorize the boxes and sort of like label them, but I don't anymore. I think I used to have different categories for, what were the categories that I used to have? I think they were like, what my wellness challenge was, because I do a different wellness challenge every month. So kind of to like brainstorm that wellness challenge. I think I had a category for, one was just a brain dump. Now I can't even remember what the other categories were. But now I don't categorize them. I just put some boxes in and just kind of write as I, think of things. So let's get this color over on this side of the page, and let's take like this leaf and maybe like this leaf. Let's put this over here. I hope I'm in frame okay. this down like this. And actually, let's tuck this under. No, I think it looks better over. I'll put that there and that there. Okay, and then let's get that that other like green color. So we'll take like this size, and then we'll do, I don't know if I'm going to do another one of those. We might just do like a full size box. Okay, so we can put this one here with this really big floral. I'll just set this one down like that. Oops. Okay, that's pretty. And I think we can take this one. I think I might want to cut this. So I'll cut it in half. And let's just put this kind of along the bottom here. And then we can put this box right here. Let's put this up at the top over here. I feel like I need to bring in a third color, but I don't have any in this sticker book that are gonna work. So let me see if I can find like a pink or like this peachy color. In Summer 2.0, we have like a bright pink. It's not like the perfect match, but it's gonna be good enough. I could also bring in this like rose gold color actually. I think this actually would be really pretty. So let's do this one, and we'll do a larger box, and then let's take a just like a full-size box. And I think we can put this down here, and then this one. Or maybe we just do the full-size boxes and not a giant box, not like a double wide. So let's take another one of these full-size boxes. Yeah. Okay, I like that. And now we have these stickers that we can kind of layer with it. So let's do this here. And then we can put this one here. And then we have these like dragonflies. It did introduce like red. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably could have just pulled in some red from that Jewel Tone box set, but oh well. Let's put this. Can do, oops, this dragonfly right here, and then maybe this one down here. And we have some really cute mushrooms, but right there would have kind of been the perfect spot for that mushroom to like sit on top of the box. I wonder if I could put this dragonfly over on the other side. Let's see if we can pull this up. And I take like this really big mushroom, I think. Yeah, that's cute. And I'll put that right here on top of the box. Okay, fun. And let's stick this little mushroom over here. All right, are we done? I think we're done. We have this like hot chocolate. Let's put that right here on top of this box. Cute. And we have one more mushroom. I feel like we should use it. Now, where are we going to use it? I don't know. Guess we can just stick it right there. Okay, this page is done. It is super cute. Now I have a place to jot down any ideas that I have for my channel. So let's take a look at both of the spreads that we created today. So we have this dashboard one, and for this one, we used the relatively new Seasonal Love sticker book from Live Love Posh. This one is still available on the Live Love Posh website. You can use code LOVE10 to save on your order. Really love how this turned out. We have our daily task pages here, and then we have this kind of like forward-looking page with some boxes for me to write down ideas. And for this one, I used Chic Fall. This one is no longer available, unfortunately. But if you have this one, I could hopefully give you some ideas on how to use it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.